Hi, I'm Nico. In this video, I want to show you a really cool device that you can use quite easily in your compositions. I'm talking about secondary dominance. I know that a lot of people are familiar with this concept, so if you are one of them, you can stop watching this video and go write some great music. If you are not, or if you need a refresher, well, let's jump right into it. Let's say that I want here to have a quick 4 chords progression. I will use the scale of D minor because Hans said that it's a good scale, and if it works for him, well, it will most likely work for me and you. So here I'm opening the circle of fifth. If you don't know what that is, Google for circle of fifth. I know that a lot of people have been asking me, what is this plugin? It is not a plugin. This is a feature built in Cubase. So if you are not using Cubase, I don't think you have a circle of fifth in your DAW. Maybe Studio One has one, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, you can just, Google circle of fifth, click on images, and here you will have different variations of it. This one, for example, is really good, so you can just take it, print it, and use it. So, my chord progression. Here you see that I'm in the minor mode. The chord number 1, the first chord in the scale is D minor. So I'm going to use chords only in the D minor scale. So let's do a quick progression like this one. And here we go. And let me change the BPM. And this is how it sounds. So you see, nothing really complicated. So what are secondary dominants? Well, they are chords that will help your composition be a bit more exciting, to add some tension and to add some movement to it. So to demonstrate this, what I will do is I will just copy this chord progression and I will add my secondary dominant chord between the last chord, which is A minor, and the chord before the last, D minor. So let's create a new chord here. So how can I easily find this secondary dominant? Well, it's quite easy. You always have to look at which chord you are going to go into. So here the target chord is A minor, right? So what I will do is I will move my circle of fifth to have the A minor chord on the 1. So now A minor is at the center of my circle of fifth. It's the root of the scale. And what I need to look for is the major fifth, and you can see it's E major. I see it here, it's number 5. Don't mistake it for the minor fifth chord. We really want the major 5, and I will show you in a minute how you do that for a major scale, because now we are in a minor scale, because the target that we are going into is A minor. So I take this E, and this E major chord, I will add a 7th. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So now we can listen first to the progression here without the secondary dominant. And here we can listen to the progression with the secondary dominant. And you will see that it adds a bit of movement to your chord progression, it makes it a little bit more interesting. See, very simple, but it's changing the feeling of your chord progression. Now it makes it a little bit more complex, and you just have this tension. You feel that this E7 chord really wants to go into the A minor, like, rather than just this. Okay, so this was for the minor scale, and now I want to show you the same thing but for a major scale. So again, let me put 4 chords here, and you know what, we will use the C major scale. So let's do a quick chord progression in C major. So, this is how it sounds. And I want to add some tension leading into the G major. So again, I will add a chord here. The target is G, so same as before, we will place the G at the center of the circle of fifth. So now it's chord 1, and again I will look for the major fifth, which is here, it's the D. I will add the tension, the 7, and that's all there is to it. So let's listen to this progression one more time, but this time with the secondary dominant. And that's it. And really, these secondary dominants, you can use them wherever you feel like. Like, for example, I want to add one before this D minor. So let's do it quickly again. I will go to the target will be D minor, so I will find okay, I could have just gone 2 steps on the left instead of doing a whole tour, but who cares? We have all the time in the world. And the major fifth leading into this D minor is A. We'll add the tension, and there we go. See, that's really cool. And if you want to see what this looks like, let me just render this as MIDI and open it so we can take a look at it. So here we see that we have the D minor, then we go to the D major 7th, we see the 7th note in it that is then leading into the G. And same thing here, we have the F, we go to A major 7th, that is then leading into this D minor. And frankly, that's all there is to it. So before we finish this video, I just want to show you an example, in a very quick example in practice of how you can use this. So here we have a quick example using a secondary dominant. Actually, two of them. We have this one, the A major 7 leading into the D minor, and we have this D major 7 leading into the G. And before listening to the whole example, I just want to you to listen to the harmony on its own. So it's the strings short, the woodwinds, and the choirs. So this is what these two secondary dominants will bring to this very quick track. So pay attention to this one and this one, okay? Okay, so you've seen the effect it brings. You have this. It's kind of lifting up the track here, but it's unresolved. It really wants to lead into this D minor, and the same thing with the D7 to the G. And now, if we listen to that again in the context of the whole track, you will again be able to notice what this very, very simple device brings to the composition. So, very, very simple, and frankly, this video is over because that's all there is to it. I've seen videos on secondary dominants that last over an hour. I don't think it's the case to be that long. The important part is that you know how to find the secondary dominant leading into the target chord. So now stop watching videos and go write some great music.